Let me ask you a simple question. Have you ever noticed this? You study English, you understand English, you can read and listen without much problem, but when real life happens, when someone talks to you, when you need to answer quickly, you freeze. Your mind goes blank, your words disappear, and suddenly English feels impossible. This is one of the most common problems English learners face, not in exams, not in classrooms, but in daily life. Talking to a person, ordering food, answering a simple question, having a short conversation. You know English, but you can't use it. And the reason is not your vocabulary, it's not your grammar, it's not your intelligence. The real problem is this: you never trained English for real situations. Most people learn English in pieces, random sentences, random words, random practice. But real speaking doesn't work like that. In real life, English happens in situations. And if you're not prepared for those situations, your confidence disappears. That's why today we're doing something different. Instead of learning hundreds of random sentences, we're going to focus on one real life situation. We'll practice it slowly, clearly, and step by step. By the end of this video, this situation will feel familiar, and when something feels familiar, speaking becomes easier. Now let's talk about something very important. Most English learners believe one thing. They believe that to speak English well, they need to learn more words, more sentences, and more grammar. So they watch long videos, they memorize hundreds of sentences, they write lists, they repeat random phrases. But after all that, when real life comes, they still can't speak. Why? Because speaking English is not about how much you know. It's about how well you can use what you know. Think about your daily life. You don't speak thousands of different sentences every day. You repeat similar patterns again and again. The same types of questions, the same types of answers, the same types of situations. Real English works in patterns, not in random sentences. That's why learning one situation deeply is more powerful than learning hundreds of sentences shallowly. When you practice one situation again and again, your brain starts to recognize it. You don't translate, you don't think, you don't panic, you simply respond. This is how native speakers speak. They don't search for words, they don't build sentences in their head, they react naturally. And the good news is, you can train this skill too. When you master one situation, your confidence grows. When your confidence grows, your speaking becomes faster. And when speaking becomes faster, you stop being afraid of mistakes. That's why in this video, we are not trying to do everything. We are doing one thing properly. One situation, clear sentences, real speaking practice. This approach is easier, it's less stressful, and it actually works. Once you master one situation, you'll realize something important. Speaking English is not scary, it's a skill, and skills improve with the right practice. Now that you understand why this method works, let's move on to the situation we're going to practice today. Now let's clearly understand what situation we are going to practice today, because clarity is very important. When you know exactly what you are practicing, your brain feels relaxed. Today's situation is one of the most common situations in daily life. It happens everywhere, at home, at work, with friends, with strangers. It's a simple everyday conversation, the kind of conversation where someone asks you something and you need to answer naturally, not perfectly, not academically, just normally. For example, When someone talks to you casually, asks how you are, asks what you're doing, or makes a small comment. These moments look small, but they are the moments where most learners feel nervous. Why? Because these conversations happen fast. There is no time to think, no time to translate, no time to prepare, and that's why people freeze. So today, we are training for this exact situation. We are not learning difficult sentences. We are not using complex grammar. We are not trying to sound perfect. We are practicing natural, daily English, the kind of English that helps you respond quickly, stay calm, keep the conversation going. We will start very easy, then slowly become more natural, and finally, more confident. By the end of this video, this situation will feel familiar to you. And when something feels familiar, your fear disappears. So relax, get comfortable. We are about to start the practice step by step. Let's move forward. Before we start speaking, let me quickly explain how you should practice in this video. This is very important. If you practice the right way, you will feel improvement. If you practice the wrong way, you will feel tired and confused. So listen carefully. In this video, we will follow 3 simple steps. First, you listen. Second, you repeat. Third, you speak on your own. Nothing more. When you listen, don't worry about understanding every word. Just focus on the sound, the rhythm, the way English moves. Then, when you repeat, repeat out loud, not in your head. Use your voice. It doesn't matter if your pronunciation is not perfect. What matters is that your mouth is moving while English is happening. After that, you will speak without reading. This part is very important. This is where real speaking begins. You don't stop the video. You don't translate. You don't think too much. You just try. Mistakes are normal. Pauses are normal. This is practice, not a test. Also, please don't rush. Speak slowly, breathe, relax. English sounds better when you are calm. If something feels difficult, that's a good sign. It means your brain is learning. So stay with me, follow each step, and trust the process. Now that you know how to practice, let's start with the first part. Let's begin with the first part of the practice. This part is very important, so don't skip it. Right now, we are warming up. Just like you warm up your body before exercise, we need to warm up your mouth and brain before real speaking. These sentences are very easy. They may feel simple, they may feel slow. That's okay. Easy sentences help your mouth relax. They help your brain switch into English mode. Listen to each sentence carefully, then repeat after me. Speak clearly. Speak calmly. Don't rush. If you make a mistake, continue. There is no stopping. There is no restarting. We are building flow, not perfection. As you repeat, focus on the sound, the rhythm, the natural speed, not grammar. This warm-up helps your mouth remember how English feels. After a few sentences, you will notice something. Your voice feels more comfortable. Your speaking feels smoother. That means the warm-up is working. So, relax. Stay with me. Repeat each sentence confidently. Let's start the easy sentences now. Now we move to the second part. This is where your English starts to feel real. These sentences are not too easy and not too difficult. They are the kind of sentences people use every day, at work, with friends, at home, in normal conversations. Listen carefully to each sentence. Then repeat after me. Try to copy the speed, the rhythm, the tone. Don't change the sentence. Don't add words. Just repeat exactly what you hear. This is very important. When you copy like this, your brain learns how English flows. You stop building sentences word by word. You start speaking in chunks. That's how natural speaking works. If a sentence feels a little difficult, that's okay. Stay calm. Repeat again. Every repetition makes your speaking smoother. You don't need to understand every word right now. Understanding will come naturally. Right now, your job is to use your voice. Stay focused. Keep repeating. You are training your speaking muscles. Let's continue with the natural daily sentences. Now we move to the third part. This part helps you sound more confident and more natural. These sentences are a little more advanced, but they are still very practical. You can use them in real conversations when you want to explain something, share an opinion, or respond politely. Listen carefully, then repeat after me. Don't rush. Speak clearly. Focus on confidence, not speed. If you feel a sentence is challenging, that's a good sign. It means you are growing. At this level, your brain is learning how to connect ideas, speak smoothly. Stay calm while talking. You may not sound perfect, that's okay. Perfect English is not the goal. Clear and confident English is the goal. With each sentence you repeat, your voice becomes stronger, your fear becomes smaller. Stay with me. Keep repeating. You are doing real speaking practice now. Let's continue. Now, this is the most important part. This is where real speaking begins. Up to now, you listened and repeated. That was training your mouth. That was preparing your brain. Now, we remove the support. No reading, no copying, only you and your voice. I will give you a simple idea, a short situation, or a question. Then I will pause. During the pause, you speak. Say anything that feels natural. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be long. Even one simple sentence is enough. This part may feel uncomfortable. You may feel slow. You may feel unsure. That's normal. This feeling means your brain is activating. Right now, your brain is learning how to think in English, respond without translating, stay calm while speaking. Don't rush to fill the silence. Take a breath, then speak. If you make a mistake, continue. Mistakes are not failure. Mistakes are practice. Every time you speak without reading, your confidence grows. Little by little, English becomes easier to access. This is how English moves from your head to your mouth. So stay relaxed, speak honestly, speak simply. Let's begin this part together. Now let's talk about some common mistakes learners make in this kind of daily conversation. Don't worry, everyone makes these mistakes. The first mistake is thinking too much. You try to make the sentence perfect. You check grammar in your head. You search for the best word. And because of that, you stop speaking. Remember this, in real conversations, perfect English is not important. Clear English is important. The second mistake is translating from your native language. You think first in your language, then try to change it into English. This makes speaking slow and stressful. That's why we practice speaking directly without reading. It trains your brain to respond faster. The third mistake is speaking too fast. Many learners think fast speaking means good English. That's not true. Speaking slowly and clearly sounds more confident and more natural. Native speakers do this too. Another common mistake is being afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are normal. Even native speakers make mistakes. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to be understood. If the other person understands you, you are speaking English successfully. So relax, keep speaking, keep practicing. When you stop worrying about mistakes, your English improves naturally. You are doing better than you think. Now, before we finish, I want to give you a simple challenge, not a difficult one, not a stressful one, just 7 days. For the next 7 days, practice this same situation every day. Come back to this video, repeat the sentences, speak out loud, even if you feel tired, even if you feel shy, even if you feel unsure. Just show up. You don't need to practice for hours. You don't need perfect pronunciation. You only need consistency. After a few days, you'll notice something. You'll start speaking faster. You'll feel less nervous. Your confidence will grow quietly. And one day, you'll realize something important. You're speaking English without fear. That's real progress. If you're taking this challenge, write "I'm practicing" in the comments. Tell me how you feel after a few days. I read every comment. And if this video helped you, stay with Speaksy English. We'll practice more situations together, step by step, calmly, confidently. Thank you for practicing with me today. Keep going. Keep believing in yourself. I'll see you in the next video.